Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel Schoolbook. For more updates of maths, physics and chemistry, you can subscribe to my channel. So in this video I'm going to explain balancing chemical equations. So if any student feel difficult in balancing the chemical equations, I hope this video helps them to balance the chemical equations. First of all, why do we balance chemical equations? What is the use? Why we need to balance the chemical equation? For that reason is law of conservation of mass principle. So according to the law of conservation of mass, the total mass of the products formed in chemical reaction must be equal to the total mass of reactants consumed. So whatever the mass in the reactant sides should be equal to the mass on the product sides. So in a chemical reaction, if we write the LHS are called the reactants, this is gives rise to symbol. So LHS, that means reactants, gives rise to products, that is RHS. RHS sides we have products. So reactants giving rise to new products. So reactants, whatever the two or more compounds react themselves and we get a new product. Okay. So for balancing we have two methods. So in this one, first algebraic method, then tabular format, so using table. So algebraic method I will explain first. And taking the example of balancing equation combustion of propane. I'm taking this example for explanation, combustion of propane, which is a textbook question and also important one. So I'm explaining this one. Propane formula is C3H8. C3H8. So reaction propane for reacting with oxygen, combustion means giving fire. So in that one oxygen is present. So propane reacting with oxygen it gives rise to carbon dioxide and plus water. So this is a water molecule, carbon dioxide molecule. So combustion, these are called as, that means the LHS part called as reactants. Reactants gives rise to products. So what we have products in the combustion of propane is carbon dioxide, mainly carbon dioxide gas and also water formation. Okay, this combustion of propane I am explaining with algebraic method. So what are the elements we have? That means if you see in this one reaction, C stands for carbon and H for hydrogen and O for oxygen. So reactants, what we have, the same thing we will be having in the product sides. So I am going with carbon first. So carbon, first I will write this one as a equation, A C3H8 plus this one is B O2 gives rise to C CO2 plus D H2O. So for carbon, if you observe in the LHS, that means in the reactant sides we have 3 moles of carbon. So I am multiplying, I will write 3A. 3 into A. I am taking with the coefficient. A, B, C, D are the coefficients. That means to find out the number of moles for each molecule, we are going to take like this. So A, carbon, especially for carbon I am taking, first one I am using carbon 3 times of A and here no carbon, equal to, that means in the product sides we have only one carbon, that means C times of carbon, 3A equal to C. Then write it like that, keep it aside. Then for hydrogen we have 8 moles of hydrogen, so 8A for hydrogen, 8A is equal to here 2 moles of hydrogen, so 2D, 8A equal to 2D. Then for the third one, oxygen here 2 into B, 2B, 2 moles equal to here 2 moles of C, that is 2C plus here D, 2C plus D. Okay, I wrote the equations. So if here A equal to 1, what it will happen? So 3 into 1 equal to C, the first equation. For better understanding, you can write it as equations, give the numbers 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in the first equation, if you take A equal to 1, then C will become 3. Now C equal to 3. Coefficient of C is 3. Then the second equation, 8A equal to 2D we have. If you divide 2 1s and 2 4s, we get 4A equal to D. That is D equal to 4 into A equal to 1 we are taking, so D equal to 4. We got D equal to 4. Now we substitute A, C, D in third equation. 2B equal to 2 into here. What we got C value is 3 plus what we have D value is 4. So 2 into 3 is 6 plus 4 is, now this gives 10. 2B. It implies B equal to 10 by 2. 2 1s, 2 5s. So B equal to 5. So these are the values: A equal to 1, C equal to 3, D equal to 4, and B equal to 5. Using this one, that means substitute this one in the equation. And I forgot to say, whatever the equation he gives to balance, that is called as skeleton equation. Skeleton equation is nothing but unbalanced chemical equation is called skeleton equation. So what the question he has to balance, that question is nothing but skeleton equation. Sometimes the balanced equation he give to balance, so we need to check whether that one is balanced or not first, then we can proceed. So now this is a skeletal equation, so these values we'll put there. We get A means 1. So remember, if value is 1, no need to write 1, but from 2 we can write. So C3H8, I am not writing A value 1, plus what is B value we have 5. So 5O2 gives rise to, what is the C value? 3. So 3 times of CO2 plus what is D value we have 4. 4 times of H2O. That means 1 mole of propane molecule after combustion we get 3 moles of carbon dioxide. If you check, carbons is 3 here, so 3 carbons balanced, and hydrogen here 8, 4 2s are here also hydrogen 8, and oxygen 5 2s are 10, here 3 2s are 6 plus 4, so 10. So this one is balanced chemical equation. I hope you understood. Algebraic method, easy way to find out, that means to balance the chemical equation. I hope you understood. Now second method I will explain. Now second method, tabular format. So using table, tabulating the values, and we will balance that one. Same example I am taking, combustion of propane. So this is a skeleton equation, that is nothing but unbalanced chemical equation. So this is a equation, chemical equation. We will first use this tabular format. So first column with the elements. So what are the elements we have? We write in this column, and this one number of atoms in the LHS, that means in the reactant side, and in the RHS, that means in the product side, we'll write. So element first I'm taking is, here it is carbon, we have hydrogen and oxygen. So carbon, hydrogen and oxygen I'm taking. LHS, on the LHS, that means in the reactant side how many carbons are there? Here carbons are 3, and here it is in the RHS only 1. Then hydrogens, here it is 8, here it is only 2. Then oxygens we have only 2 here, here it is 1. Okay, so these are unbalanced. If we check, both the number of atoms in the LHS and the RHS should be same, then we can say that one is balanced. So if I am going with first carbon 3, so if the number I multiply for RHS carbon atoms 3, then it will become 3, then it will be balanced. So after multiplying this value, I will write this equation again. C3H8 plus O2, that means in the LHS no changes, gives rise to, in the RHS for the carbon atom I am writing 3 here, Why? Because I multiplied with 3. So 3CO2 plus H2O. First step. So 3CO2 plus H2O. After writing 3 here, carbon is balanced. We can observe clearly. But here oxygen is disturbed. So oxygen number of atoms, number of moles in the RHS will become 6 plus 1. So carbon is balanced 3 3. Then hydrogen, leave it like that. Then oxygen. Now here we have oxygen, here it is 2 in the LHS. RHS is 3 2 is 6 plus 1. Then this will become 7. Then hydrogen, here it is 8. If you multiply this one RHS with 4, then it will become 8. Then both will become balanced, 8 and 8. So after writing this one, I am writing the second step, balancing this one, balancing carbons. Then second one is balancing hydrogens. C3H8 plus O2 gives rise to 3CO2. Here I am multiplying with RHS. In the RHS I am multiplying with 4. So 4H2O. Now 8 hydrogens are balanced. Now main thing left is oxygens. After writing here 4, this become oxygens. 4 and 3 to the 6. So that is in the RHS. 6 plus 4, that is 10. But here in the LHS we have only 2 here. So what number if you multiply to get 10 means, that is with 5. Then this will become 10. This is 10 and this is also 10. See, C3H8 plus here, that means in the LHS part you need to multiply with 5. So 5O2, 5 2s are 10, gives rise to 3CO2 plus 4H2O. If you observe, 3 to the 6 plus 4 10, and here 5 to the 10. Carbon 3 and 3 carbons balance, hydrogen 8, 4 to the 8 hydrogens balanced, and oxygens 10, 6 plus 4 10. Here it is also balanced. So this is the balanced chemical equation. A balanced equation. Both the methods, you can follow any method. For easy understanding, you can follow any method of these two. Hope you understood. Okay, viewers, I'm taking one more example for explaining balancing chemical equations. So if the question given with the word equation, that means not with the symbols, with the words, that means the names of the compound solutions, molecules. So word equation question is calcium hydroxide, that is in the solid state, physical states of matter, so solid state, plus nitric acid, that is in the aqueous form, giving rise to, that means these reactants reacted and giving rise to water, which is in the liquid form, and calcium nitrate, which is in the aqueous form. So this one, first we need to write the symbol form, then we can write. That means calcium hydroxide, what is the formula is CaOH taken twice. Always remember, viewers, hydroxide means OH, only oxide means O. So calcium hydroxide CaOH. Now calcium hydroxide plus nitric acid is HNO3. HNO3 giving rise to water means H2O, water molecule, plus calcium nitrate. Calcium nitrate is CaNO3 taken twice. So this is the skeleton equation. Now, so skeleton equation we need to balance. I am explaining in both the methods, algebraic method and also in the tabular format. So algebraic method, first calcium, we will write this one as equation ACaOH taken twice plus B HNO3 gives rise to C H2O plus D CaNO3 taken twice, D times of. So coefficients of calcium, Ca stands for calcium, the LHS A equal to, first one calcium, A equal to, here calcium, here it is D, so A equal to D we have. Second one, with oxygen, we have 2 moles, so 2 into A, this is 2A equal to, and 2A plus here 3B, so 2A plus 3B equal to, here we have C plus 2 into 3, that is 6D. Oxygen O3 taken twice, so in 3 into 3 we multiply 6D. Then third one, that is for hydrogen. For hydrogen, here 2A, here it is only B, 2A plus B equal to, here 2C, that's it, 2C. Then fourth one, what we have, nitrogen N. Nitrogen here only B equal to, here we have 2 into D, 2 into N, that means 2D we have. Okay, first thing, if A equal to 1, D will also become 1. That is in the first equation. Should write this one as equations. Easy way to substitute. So if A equal to 1 here, then D will also become 1. Then what will be there for B value? Substitute in second equation. B equal to 2 into D value is 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. That is B equal to 2. A equal to 1, B equal to 2, D equal to 1. We substitute in second or third equation to find out C value. I am substituting in 3. 2A plus B equal to 2C. In this one we'll substitute. So 2 into A value is 1, 2 into 1, 2 plus B value is 2, that equal to 2C. 2 plus 2 gives 4. So 2C equal to 4, 2 1s, 2 2s. We get C equal to 2. So C equal to 2 we got, A equal to 1, B equal to 2 and D equal to 1. We can substitute in the skeleton equation, that means with the coefficients. 1 I already said, no need to write. CaOH taken twice plus B, what the value we have, 2. So 2 times of HNO3 gives rise to, what is C value is 2. So 2 times of H2O plus what is the T value is 1. So no need to write 1, CaNO3 taken twice. Now we will verify whether it is balanced or not. Calcium and LHS 1, so here also 1. Oxygen here 2 plus 3 to the 6, that is 8 here oxygens. Here 2 plus here 6, 3 to the 6, so here also 8, balanced. Calcium is also balanced. And hydrogen here 2 plus 2, here it is 4 LHS. The RHS here also 2 to the 4, here this one is also balanced. And nitrogen here 2 and here already taken twice, so 2, so balanced. This is the balanced chemical equation. This is the balanced one. I hope it is easy to understand and to solve, to balance. Now coming to the second form. Okay, now second method for the same example, tabular format I am taking. So write in the tabular format element, number of atoms, LHS and RHS. What are the elements we have in this chemical equation? Means calcium, oxygen, hydrogen and nitrogen. So first we'll write from the skeleton equation how many number of atoms for the calcium. Here in the LHS we have only 1, and for the RHS also 1. This one is balanced. Okay, then oxygen here it is 2 and here it is 3, so 2 plus 3, that is 5. Then here 1, 3 to the 6, so 1 plus 6, that is 7. We need to balance the oxygens. Then hydrogens here 2 and plus 1, so 2 plus 1, that equal to 3 here, and hydrogens here it is 2, only 2. Then for nitrogens here it is only 1, here it is 2, nitrogens here it is 2. So calcium is balanced, no need to balance that one. So these are the odd numbers. First we'll go with the even numbers, easy way to balance. So I'm going with nitrogens first. I write the same equations, CaOH. So for nitrogens, if you multiply here 2, then these both will be balanced. That means in the LHS here. So CaOH taken twice. First one is balancing nitrogens. balancing nitrogens. So CaOH taken twice, that means in the LHS, plus here how many moles we need to multiply means here 2. So 2 times of HNO3 gives rise to H2O plus CaNO3 taken twice. Now nitrogens is balanced. So after balancing nitrogens, on the first step, we need to move to the second one. That means after balancing the nitrogens here, 1, 2, 2, hydrogens and oxygens are disturbed. So what are the new values means calcium, we get the values are same. So 1 and LHS, RHS, nitrogens are balanced now 2, 2. Oxygens, how they disturbed we will see. 2 plus here 3 to the 6, so this will become 8. So 2 plus 6, that is 8. Then for in the RHS 1, here 3 to the 6, so 1 plus 6, that is 7. Need to balance more oxygen, and hydrogen is here 2, and here it is 2, 4, and here hydrogen is only 2. So instead of balancing oxygen, if I balance this hydrogen, that means multiplying with 2, then this will become 4. So I'll balance, next I'll balance hydrogens. So balancing hydrogen, I'll see CaOH taken twice plus 2HNO3, this one is already balanced, gives rise to, we are balancing in the RHS, that means here. So 2 I'm multiplying, so 2 H2O, 2H2O plus CaNO3 taken twice. CaNO3 taken twice. We'll check again what are all the values, whether it is balanced or not. Now calcium already balanced 1, 1, and nitrogens also 2 to balance. Now hydrogens 4, 4, both are balanced. We'll check for oxygen. If it is balanced, no need to do the further step, or else we need to do. Now oxygens, here it is 2, 3 to the 6, so 8 in the LHS. Here 2, 3 to the 6, 8. So oxygens is also balanced. So this is the final balanced equation.